agencies
I'm
to come
sorry to
up?
interrupt you, sir. I can share this information. We have reliable confirmation, and this is okay for public consumption. That and this is coming from my colleague Manu. We'll filter it through Rakesh, please. Can we filter this through Rakesh, please, as well? This is regarding Jaisalmer, where we've been told that one of the downed fighter aircrafts of Pakistan has happened in Jaisalmer in the conduction of missile strike by the Pakistani Air Force in and around Jaisalmer. Devika, get this checked out with Rakesh as well. We know the fighter aircraft has been downed. We are confirming for you, the information that I am confirming for you is whether the Pakistani pilot has been captured alive, which is what is being indicated to me, but let me check with you whether that is the case or not the case. We will check and we will get back to you. But like I said, there will be an information vacuum. We are not going to get real time updates, and that's just how it's going to be. I'm accepting it, and I understand the tension and frustration that everybody is going to be feeling, because we simply have not experienced this. We don't know in this generation what this feels like. We'll have to speak to parents and grandparents who've been through this, and the only thing that is being asked of you is be calm, follow guidance, and be patient. That's all. Once you get the all clear, carry on with your life, do what you were doing. If you hear an air raid siren, follow the guidance which you already know. There's nothing more to be done. This is the reason we have armed forces. This is the reason we train them, and this is the reason and the time that they go and fight for us. Their night is going to be longer and more stressful than our night. So, all that is again is being asked of you is be calm, be patient, and follow whatever guidance comes your way. And there will be inconvenience, but we will not even know if we are in a state of war right now for several hours. We could be. It won't be a leap of imagination to suggest that we aren't already. Okay, let's get the confirmation from Manu done via Rakesh, please. General Bansal back with us, Sumit is back with us, Ambassador Pradeep Kapoor now joining us from Washington. Ambassador Kapoor, I know it's morning for you there, but a lot of very serious developments have happened where I am sitting and around where I am sitting. We probably don't know right now whether we are at war or not. There is now a 50% chance we already are, and it's beyond the level of ladder of escalation, and it's a full blown conflict. Having not seen this in 54 years, sir, what do you think happens next?
Well, I think first of all, India has to realize that we should not go into this alone by ourselves in terms of even the kinetic action. And it is something which is the world's problem. It is not just India's problem. It is not just US problem. It is not just Western Europe problem. It's a problem which the world has to sit together and face. So how can all the countries get together and realize that this Pakistan is the hub of terrorism, is the epicenter of terrorism, and all the links ultimately get traced down to Pakistan. Even when I was working as ambassador in Chile, Abdul Rauf had been caught in Chile, and unfortunately, the government of India, under pressure from China at that time, it was the Congress government, refused to allow him to be taken back to India. And that was a very big mistake, because after that, Pulwama happened, and he was again on the loose for a long time, inflicting a lot of damage. The same Abdul Rauf, who had also done the hijacking of IC-814, whereby we had to also release Masood Azhar, his brother. And then a lot of these people were actively involved in 9/11. It was only after 9/11 happened that the Western world woke up to the realities on the ground of terrorism.
What's the practicality of that actually happening, sir? It's a generation that does not remember 1971. I know the world has come a long way, and a lot of water has flown down the Mississippi River. But we know that Nixon was deploying the 7th Fleet to favor Pakistan. So, do you think that it's different this time?
Well, the needle has moved quite a lot. It has not moved as much as it should move, but definitely we have been talking to a lot of senators and congressmen on the Hill over the last so many days, and we find a change in perception, but they have still not understood that this is just not a problem of India's. This is a problem for the US because the breaking US forces are overlapping with the breaking India forces, and every country also faces the same threats and perils from terrorism, from China
Yeah,
primarily.
but I
These are
generally, Ambassador Kapoor, do not expect that epiphany to happen in the next couple of hours. But there have to be some terms and conditions. So let's examine the terms and conditions. Let me quickly get Sumit into this conversation before I get General Bansal and the others.
Yeah, but
Yeah, finish your
one
thought.
more
Please
thing
finish
which
your
I
thought,
would like
Ambassador
to
Kapoor.
say,
Yes, go ahead.
Rishabh.
Finish your thought.
Yeah. The other aspect is that the Indian population, the Indian citizens also have to become sensitive to the aspect of, as I see here in the US, wherever I move, I just was traveling on the metro, for example, and everywhere it was flashing that see something, say something. These are the numbers. Report any unclaimed baggage, report any suspicious looking items, report any suspicious looking activity immediately on these numbers or text it to these numbers, etc. etc. Now, that sort of messaging, if it had happened very, very intensely before Pahalgam, a lot of the people who are now talking up about how they noticed some of these telltale signs, a lot could have happened. Some of it could have been prevented. Maybe some of it could not have been prevented. But at least for the future, people have to become alert, have to sort of be sensitive to anything which is happening around them and report it immediately also. So how do we get this message
Okay.
across while the civil defense drills are going on? This is another component which needs to be added, and I'll request you, Rishabh, and
Okay.
your channel to take this message across
Okay,
to the wider
all right.
population.
Now here we are. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you came back home from work this evening in any of the major cities in the country, and it's a very large country, okay, we are a huge country, and now suddenly we're realizing how what a bigger country that we are. But if you came back this evening, you are expecting to go back to work tomorrow morning, because we never experienced something like this. So the only advice I have to give you is that carry on as normal wherever you are, whatever you're doing, until given guidance otherwise. Okay? So you don't have to, if the schools in your area, in your city are open, you are free to send your children there. If indeed you are in a position that you're seeing offices are open, you are continue. It's only in certain districts, in certain areas, that there is guidance being given. Further guidance will come our way and we will relate it to you. But I can understand that everybody wants matters to be settled with Pakistan. They are now being settled, but I can understand that there is tension, because the very nature of something like this is not only unpredictable, but it is also unseen in our times, and that is a happy thing for us not have to deal with it for 54 years. But here it is. So I again appeal to you. I know you want rapid information. If you are in your city, you are probably going through the media channels, going through what's happening online, and you want to know what's happening in Jalandhar, what's happening in Ludhiana right now. And you're speaking to people that you know, and all they can tell you is that we are hearing explosions, and there is an air raid warning, and there's a blackout. So there's an information vacuum. We don't know what's going on. I can't tell you right now whether troop movements have begun on the border or not. I don't know if the Indian Navy is conducting operations or not. And even if I did, I couldn't share it. So there is going to have to be the need for a lot of patience, because information will come, but it will come delayed and deferred. Sumit, I have to ask you this question now as a civilian, before I get in the people who spend their entire lifetimes gaming these situations, planning these situations. As the people of this country who did not want war with Pakistan, but now are at war with Pakistan, what should be our war aims? If somebody comes tomorrow and says, let's end it, whoever that person is, whether it's Rubio or Trump or the Saudis, what should we give them as ultimatum, that this is what the condition is or nothing?
Asim Munir, GHQ Rawalpindi, minimal starting point. Beyond that, without that, we are not talking, because this man is responsible for war. GHQ Rawalpindi is the epicenter of Islamic jihad and terror, and as long as it continues to be in its current form, our civilization and our dharma remains in a constant threat.
Okay,
wherein
quantify
anybody
that.
can
What
come
are
in
you
and-
saying? Are you saying that that it will have to be the resignation and arrest of Asif Munir? What are you suggesting?
We have to make sure these snakes are not able to attack us again, whether it be kinetic or whichever means. That has to be the surety. It cannot be a mere assurance from Saudis or Emiratis or anybody, inshallah sab kuch theek hoga. That won't work now, because I've been always of the opinion, if you have a stronger Pakistan, there's a bigger menace for you to handle. Imagine if you don't have this kind of a firepower and the military power today. I mean, God save us. They wanted to cut the Jammu, because if you cut Jammu, there's nothing called Kashmir. Everything into Kashmir goes through Jammu. Jammu is the jugular vein for Kashmir. So, and as we have chicken's neck up there, here we have Jammu. That's exactly what the target was. And look, I'd missed all the assurances. I'd missed all the people talking de-escalation. Who's escalating it? It is Pakistan. And who are all the people who are coming here to tell us de-escalation out of all Iran? UAE, or Saudi Arab, Kuwaitis. Now, why aren't they going and talking to the Pakistan to de-escalate? We are only responding to a situation. We never escalated anything. We did a targeted attack, and after that, it is only the Pakistan who is trying to kill our civilians now. The problem here is, forget the military targets. They are trying to kill our civilians now. When you want to have this attack around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in Jammu, you want to have maximum civilian casualties. You want to cut our Jammu and let
Okay.
in a way, we lose control over Kashmir.
Okay.
That is what
now,
we are
obviously, okay, let's slow it down. Obviously, what our goal, you have to fight a war with war aims. Okay, you don't go all guns blazing without any plan of action of what you're fighting for. Okay, for country, but for what purpose? For country is fine. Now, you have been attacked, so you're retaliating. So, the immediate purpose is that you want to stop the attacks. So, number one war aim has to be that the ability of the Pakistani forces to carry out any exercise into India, whether it's the Air Force, whether it's missiles, whether it's drones, whether it's artillery shells, that is eliminated. That has to be the first principal aim, that they are attacking us, we have to eliminate their ability to attack us for a long time. That's the obvious aim. But what's the secondary, tertiary thing? What should we be looking at? Do we actually go and physically dismantle? Is that the goal? To physically dismantle the terror infrastructure across the LOC? Is that the game? I don't know. But I can ask around. General Bansal, obviously the immediate aim is to eliminate Pakistan's ability to harm us, harm our civilians. Is there anything beyond that?
We by destroying the 9 targets of this terrorist, we have completed our Operation Sindoor, and that we felt that yes, up to certain extent, our aim is achieved, and we told the world that we don't want to do anything further. If Pakistan will do retaliation, then we have to respond. And in that case, President Trump has very rightly said, tit for tat, whatever has been done by Pakistan initially, killing our innocent people, and then India responded to that. It would have been over there. This was a good advice to Pakistan. Pakistan did not adhere to it. It was conveyed to China also by our this Raksha Salakar, that yes, they may understand the Chinese. I don't know what way, whether the China has told them or not. Now, what they have done, that yesterday they started again the attack, and all their attacks were neutralized. And now also they escalated further, which is being neutralized. Very good thing you have asked about the vacuum of the information or news that is there. But at the same time, at this point of juncture, the people of India should know whatever they are supposed to know, in the sense, in the forward areas where all the areas, whatever civil defense practice was there, they must follow that. And people asked me the question that why this civil defense at that time when it was going. I told them that when there is a war, maybe if we attack them 10 times or maybe 20 times, one attack we may also face. So in that condition, we have to be ready. Because in war, it is not only one side, it is on both sides. Somebody, we can hit more, they will also hit a little. So
Yes.
it is always, the damage is always there. So at this moment, if any information is given, much information to the people where they are not supposed to know, they will be unnecessarily panic. There will be a kind of restlessness. They may not be
Okay.
able to sleep. They may not be able to sleep. So these are the
So
things
what
we
do
are
we tell?
facing.
What is a reasonable message to tell people in Jalandhar, in Jammu, in Pathankot, in Jaisalmer, Bikaner, Amritsar, up and down the international border? So what if they are watching and listening? What do we tell them?
The message to them is that yes, you take care of yourself, and the biggest message is that our armed forces are capable enough to protect our country and our people. We have got a strong navy, we have got a strong air force, we have got a strong army. So in that case, our all three forces are much more stronger and capable as compared to Pakistan, and we have got much better weapons. We have got the much financial background in the Modi said that yes, India can bear it, but Pakistan cannot. Now they have taken very swift action without understanding and realizing that their foreign reserve is $8 billion. What will they do after that? The former chief has said that we
No, they
have
will
got
beg, borrow,
only
and steal. So there